I thought I'd make this video today because I was searching for this answer myself on the internet and I couldn't find a whole lot on YouTube apart from some really bad videos. So I thought I'd make a video myself. Now, what I wanted to do is add an external audio source to the DJI Action 3 without spending an absolute fortune on their wireless Bluetooth microphone system. As good as that is, I didn't want to spend that much money just for using it with this camera. I'm not really intending on using this camera a whole lot. It is like a backup action camera for me, but I did want to do a few videos with this and I just wanted to add some external audio of my own. I've got the Rode Wireless Go 2, so I wanted to use that. I've got a bunch of other microphones as well, and I couldn't find a way to actually get this plugged in from my searching online. So I found a way. Everything you need for this setup is in the description down below. There'll be links if you want to buy any of these things. You need to pay attention because there's a few caveats, a few things you need to know to get this linked up and working with the DJI Action 3. Without further ado, let's get into it. First thing you need is the camera. Now, if you've got this camera, it's a really good camera. I'm a big fan of this camera. I've done a few videos. I'll link them up there so you can check them out if you want to. But it's probably one of the cheapest and the worst action camera that you can buy. But it's still pretty good, if that makes any sense whatsoever. There's only one port on this camera, and that's a USB-C port, and that is where you have to buy yourself a USB-C to 3.5mm jack. Relatively cheap on the internet, like I said, links in the description, just a few pounds on Amazon, so that goes into the USB-C port like so. Now I want to plug a microphone into it. Now you can use something like this one. This is the Joby Wavo, really great microphone. I'd actually recommend this over the Rode Micro, which is one of the other microphones that you can buy. But the Rode Video Micro is probably not as good sounding as this. I'm really impressed with this microphone. So if you want to grab this, this is down there as well. That's the mini non-powered microphone that I'd recommend. What I'm going to do, because I've got this Alanzi ball head here with a cold shoe on the side of it attached to the Insta360 all-purpose tripod. This is my go-to tripod setup. I'm going to put the Rode Wireless Go on this little cold shoe on the side, and then I'm going to use the Rode Wireless Go 2 as my external microphone. It goes on there quite easily. Now this is a bit you need to pay attention to. This connection is USB-C, and for some reason you can't put a TRS cable in there. If you don't know what TRS cables are, TRS is the cable that goes into the 3.5mm jack. TRS is tip, ring and sleeve. Now the TRS cable has just a tip, ring and sleeve, but what you need is a TRS cable to TRS cable. So the TRS goes into the microphone, and then the TRS, which is tip, ring, sleeve, goes into the 3.5mm jack, and that is how you get the microphone recognised on the DJI Action 3. So the TRS goes into 3.5mm jack like so. We're going to wrap this cable around like that, and then the TRS cable goes into the Rode Wireless Go 2. And then if we turn this on, and we turn the microphone on, and we turn the receiver on, when you turn it on, you get a little microphone symbol on here. If the microphone isn't working, those waveforms on the little microphone symbol won't actually show up. You can see that on the overhead shot, that the microphone is bumping up and down because it's actually picking up a signal. If you use a TRS to TRS cable, for some reason it doesn't recognise it. I don't know the actual mechanics behind it and the technical specifications, but you need a TRS into the Rode Wireless Go 2 or your external microphone, and then a TRS cable attachment going into the 3.5mm jack into the USB-C port. So that is how you get the audio recognised on here. When you're in video mode, you've got this little button at the top there where you can press where the microphone is. It gives you a percentage of the battery, so you can see that. It disappears after a while, but you just press it and you can see your battery percentage. Then you've got this little menu on the right hand side of the Action 3 where you can press on that, and it brings up the microphone menu here. You can change the channel to stereo or mono, and then you can change the gain up and down on the camera if you want to. With the Rode Wireless Go 2, you can change the gain up and down as well, so you can do it manually that way, but you can control it from the camera. So here's a little test of what the microphone sounds like with this setup when I went out for a walk the other day. So, audio test with the Rode Wireless Go 2 hooked up via this USB-C to 3.5mm jack, TRS cable to TRS cable into the Rode Wireless Go, and this is what it sounds like. I've turned the gain down to 0 because I had it on about +6 by default inside the camera, and it was a little bit hot. It was peaking just a little bit, but this is what it sounds like. I've got the Rode Wireless Go Lav here, the receiver in my pocket. That's how I roll. That's the setup that I like, that I use with other cameras. Works really well. I like having this because I can get a little dead cat on there. It stops the wind noise and you get really crisp, good audio. So what does it sound like? It sounds, from other video testing I've done, pretty good, to be honest, and I've been quite happy with it. So if you want good external audio with your DJI Action 3, I fully recommend this setup. The cables are a little bit messy. It doesn't look the most tidy of setup, but if you don't want to pay the 300 plus pounds on the DJI wireless microphone that works with this setup, then this is a good option. The Rode Wireless Go is relatively expensive, but you can buy the version that just comes with one receiver and one transmitter. If you're not using it for podcasts or interviews, then get the cheaper version, save yourself about £100. So that's the one I bought, and this is it. Let me know in the comments down below what it sounds like, what you reckon. I think it sounds pretty good. So that's it. My personal setup I like using is the lav mic plugged into the transmitter. I'll have that in my pocket. This just attached here. It's got a dead cat on there, so it stops the wind noise, most of the wind noise anyway. But that's how you get external audio. It's important that you have the TRS to TRS cable, otherwise you won't get any signal for some reason. Like I said, I don't know the technical specifications behind it, but that's how you get external audio if you don't want to spend the hundreds of pounds on the DJI wireless microphone system. It still sounds pretty good, and yeah, I'd fully recommend this camera. Like I said, it's probably the worst camera out there, but it's still good. I know what I mean when I say that. I still like it. I like the form factor, I like the features it's got. I love the fact it's got a touchscreen on the front, and I love the mounting system. If the picture and focus and sharpness was just a little bit better, this would be one camera to compete with the rest of them. It really would be. It's a really fantastic build quality. I really do like it. Anyway, I digress. That is an external audio setup for the DJI Action 3. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We've got plenty of tech videos coming every single week. Stay tuned. But that's it for this one. Hope it helped. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.